In terms of this idea of low code, no code in practice, what does that look like in reality? And is it as good as what perhaps maybe some are suggesting?
So it's definitely getting better. If you'd have asked me a couple of years ago, I'd have said no. The low code thing will only get you so far. Power Automate is great, but I would say it's not really low code. There's still coding involved. There's a coding language needed to do anything that's more than just put a value in there, move this to there. So any time that you want to do an if statement, for example, it's the same as Excel. A lot of people think of Excel as no code just because they've grown up with it. It's not. There's a formula bar, and if you want to make it do anything of any real use, you need to know how to do an if statement or a VLOOKUP or whatever it is that you're going to do. So I wouldn't consider Excel it's certainly not no code. It's not a lot of code unless you get into the VB stuff. So I think a couple of years ago, low code, I would have said, yeah, you're not going to get much out of it if you're going to really strictly go for low code. And low is probably the word to focus on. It's not no, it's low, which means you've got to be willing to get your hands dirty and do a bit of coding. Where we are now is the Power Effects, which is the coding language within the Power Platform. So it's used for formulas, it's used in Canvas apps, it's used in Power Automate, has come on a long way and people are getting more used to it. Think of that as the same as your formula bar in Excel, that kind of level. So that's come on a long way. But what's come on even further is the introduction of coding agents. So currently in preview only on US tenants, I believe, there's a vibe.powerplatform.com site, which literally will help you vibe code an entire app. We've got elements of it within the UK deployments at the moment. So you can do plans. So again, back to planning. So you can talk through with a Copilot agent within your tenant. This is what I need to do. This is who's going to be involved. These are my stakeholders. This is how they're going to access it, blah, blah, blah. And it will generate a plan. So that will draw out the data model. It will draw out kind of personas, apps that you might need to access it. And you can tweak that. And then you can just say, execute the plan, and it will start building things. So it's come on a lot since the early days. As a developer, I would still say that whole piece is not low code. It's just you're not writing the code. So it's a little bit like you as a non-developer saying to me, Nick, can you go and build me this system? And I go away and I do a load of coding to do it. That's not meant that it was no code. It just means that you didn't have to write the code. You're kind of more of an orchestrator. You're coming out with the ideas. And I think that's the important thing about the whole vibe coding thing is it's not the code is gone. It's just you don't have to do it. So something is still writing that code. So that's kind of important. You've still got code in your estate.